Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're back, and I noticed that my Scrappy videos are, everybody's been kind of liking them, so I thought I would maybe start a new series and about once a week, do like some Scrappy time videos. So that would be fun. And so I'm going to do that. We need some more ephemera and stuff for my garden journal. So we're going to play with that. I already have brought out a big pile of scraps. Ta-da! And a lot of them are Edith Holden and stuff because that's what I've been using for my Edith Holden journal, obviously. So, but they'll do great for like a Scrappy for my garden journal. I have these that I've cut off the ends for, I like this one, it has a bee, but this side has these pretty purple flowers. But I figured we could use these. These look like morning glories, a bindweed. Those are horrible. Bindweed is horrible. They're super invasive here, and once they get in your garden, they never leave. But pretty anyway, the little pink flowers. But so yeah, let's play with some of these scraps. I've got this pretty this is like a sandwich paper scrap. We've got some Edith scraps. I thought the first thing we do is play with punches. I've got just a circle punch, and so I figured we would play with that. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? I have this green. We have these. I have this like file folder piece. I'm just going to cut some circles out of this piece, and we can even use this piece. So let's see, what can we do? Let's put these aside for now, and I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with those, because those are good size. Those are a good size. I have all these little ends of coffee dyed paper that I cut off to make my little notebooks and stuff like that. So let's use some of those. You know what would be fun? Let's glue some together. We will glue some together. I will grab my art glitter glue. Let's see, this is the same size, right? These are the same size. Let's do that. We're just going to glue one edge right to another edge like this. Ta-da! And then we'll do another one. Like that. And then we have this little strip of paper. These little strips of paper that have been glued down together. And I'm going to do it like this so that way, if I use it for a pocket, right, it won't catch, right? Instead, the top parts of the creases are on this side, and the bottom parts of the creases are on the back side, facing down. And then we have these little circles. These little tiny circles I punched out, and I'm just going to ink them up. Put some ink on my dauber. We'll ink these. And maybe we'll stencil some of this coffee dyed. Or we could just take some of these scrap, like this one is pretty. Let's glue a couple of these pieces on there really quick. I guess we could ink it up. This is from that Flowers of a Victorian Lady book, this one. And I used it. I cut off these pieces off a piece for the garden journal. Let me erase this pencil mark. Oh, there went one of my circles. Flung across. Okay. Let's glue this on there as background, just for some decoration. And what else do we have? Maybe some smaller pieces in here somewhere of something. Oh, here's some more of these ones. Very pretty. We can just cut a piece off of that. These like flower pieces. I'm going to cut off my pencil mark on that one. And I'll ink it and I'll put it on there and then we'll stencil it a little bit. I think I'll stencil it in the green. Just put it down anywhere. Anywhere works. We have these 4 little circles. And let's see a stencil. I like this one. I've been using this one. It has like flowers. Let's stencil it in green. Do I have any green on my dauber? Not really. We can put some on there. This is my little tiny Distress Ink Mowed Lawn, which I really love. Right? Some little flowers. There we go. I'll ink the whole thing, just the edge in green. And now for these. I'm thinking we can put like 2 up here and 2 down here. Or maybe we'll put 2 up here like this. And 2 down here like this. And we can use little stamps. Let's see, what do I have for little stamps? I should have some birds. What do I have for birds? Here's like animals. I should have a couple of like little birds. I have this one. We could put that bird on there and this bird on here. I have another little bird. Will it fit? It will fit. And then we can put this little one again on this one. And Sharon, the lovely Sharon, the sweet, lovely Sharon, got me some archival ink. Yay, archival ink. So we can use my archival ink, my new archival ink, which I haven't even opened. It should be nice and juicy. Ta-da. Let's see. Let's grab a stamping block. Wow, my desk is already a mess. It has so much stuff on it. Where did my stamping block go? Here's this one. This one will work. Let's do them one at a time so I don't mess them up. Let's see. We'll put that bird there, and we'll do another one on this one. Like that. Put these over here so I don't lose my little birds. Stamp this one here. And this one. Ta-da! Birds. Stick these back on the bird thing. All right, let's glue these down. And then we will have a little pocket. We can maybe put some lace on it or something. Just gotta try to use up these scraps. Ooh, I have a good idea. We can do these awesome little ribbons that I saw Thelisha. Sweets by Thelisha, I think. I'll have her channel in the description below. She does crafting and baking. She's a wonderful baker. She makes the most yummy looking stuff. I know she does like delivery and stuff. I'm going to try when I have some extra money to save up and buy some of her bread. See if, or muffins. She does cookies too and all kinds of stuff. Yay. So we have a little bird, a bird thing. I think it's a little too wide for but they can be cut. Right, it's a little too wide for a page, right? But they can be cut, and we have 2 pockets. Kind of cut a little uneven, but that's okay. Let me ink these edges. So there we go. 2 little pockets. Ta-da! With little birds on them. All right, cool. We've used a little bit of scraps with that. Let's do... So yes, this is a great idea. I thought this was so cool. So basically, I have all these coffee dyed strips, and I think any strips will work. Right, she was using colored ones, which ended up really pretty. So I'm going to take a bunch of these. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I'm just going to glue them, a little bit of glue like that, and glue them kind of offset like this. Right? So it's like that. And we'll just keep doing that for quite a few of them. But yeah, she had a bunch of like strips of cardstock, and she made these, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And so it also gives me a chance to like kind of show and support my friend Thelisha. So yes, check her out for sure. Let's see, we could do a couple of shorter ones, but I think this one is almost done. Just cut it so it's a little shorter. We'll put it on here. Try to offset a little bit. Yay, look, it's like a ribbon. You know, like those, the first place and second place, and like, you know, those kind of ribbons that you would get as a kid or whatever for whatever. But these were fun, and I thought, oh, those will look great on like a page or something. Let's see, I have a bigger hole punch, but you know, instead of using a hole punch, we can just do it by hand. How about that? Right, we'll just cut a circle and do it by eye. And it does not have to be perfect, as it won't be, because, you know, it's done by hand. But I think that came out pretty good. Should we do I think we'll do the pretty leaves instead. I'll just ink it. Maybe we'll even like put a smaller circle of something on top. So it's like a button, you know. They're kind of like the buttons that you see on the top of the... There we go. I probably put way too much glue on the back of that, but you know, what can you do? We'll just wipe it off. It's fine. All right. Let's put a smaller little circle. Oh, this one's pretty. This is like just a green paper. You can use my little hole punch for this one. Right? And we'll stamp something on it or something. Right? Look at that. It's like a ribbon. Let's see. We'll put a butterfly. Is this butterfly too big? It's a little too big. I have a smaller one. Oh, this one's a bee. Let's put a bee on there. Right? For like spelling bee or something. We'll put a bee on there. Shall we use the black? I think so. So yeah, I wanted to say welcome to all the new channel members and stuff. I appreciate you. And I always love reading all of your little comments and stuff. I reply to all of them. And it's just, I've been trying to be a lot more consistent with uploading. So that's been fun. I've also been going live, so that's also been fun to get the chance to like talk to people and stuff. So yay, like while I'm live. There is a ribbon, right? So we've got a ribbon, which I think turned out great. Just a little scrappy ribbon. We'll put that aside. I have all these circles, right, that I've cut out that always end up in the scrap pile. Right, we have this one. I think I saw another. Yeah, look at that. We have this one. And I've got, let's see, I have this pretty paper. I have this piece. Let's do something with this like file folder one. All right, let me just cut that. It almost fits. We can cut off this one. All right, and we'll layer it over there like that. And we can cut this down. Well, let's just cut it down like that. And we'll cut it here. Let me put my black on my ink. I'll get my cutter out for this. But this will make a cute little pocket or a little journaling card, something to stick in a pocket. I think. Oh, I have this text, this kind of illegible text from the Paris journal I've been making. We can cut this down. To put on there. Let's see. I should have another one kind of like it. Let's see. What do we have? There we go. There's one. I don't know which way it goes. Maybe this way? We'll just cut it. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to glue it on the back. You won't even see the back of it. So there are these. I'm going to ink it with my brush. This is my oxide brush. Like that. Yay, okay, let's glue these to the back. Okay, let's glue this one first. Because then it doesn't matter if this overlaps. Let me trim that piece. Okay. Oh, we're going to have glue. Look at that. We're going to have glue. That's okay. That is a-okay. Gives a little bit of interest anyway. We could stamp numbers or something in each one. That would be fun. Or letters or whatever. But I have some numbers. Glue this on here. I also have another little punch. Let's see. I've got this leaf one my sister got me. I also have some flower ones, but let's do the leaf. Let's see. What do we have? I have this piece. That would be good for something else, though. We have these. Would these even fit? Like in the... I don't know. I'm just going to kind of ink them green along the top, this piece. And then I'm going to ink the bottom in the vintage photo. Like that. So we have like half green, half vintage photo. We need 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Yay, and that can be used for something too. All right. We could just glue these right on there, and that will be cute. Let me use my ground espresso for this one, and my cute little tiny dauber. He's the cutest little dauber. Try not to get too much. I got a little much on that one. That's okay. Those came out really pretty. I've been trying to use like different colors inks together, you know, instead of just one, instead of just a vintage photo or whatever. Put that one there. And that one there. And that one there like that. Yay! Now let me use this one, my ground espresso, to ink this, and we'll back it, right? Well, I'm going to back it on, oh, I have this. This is like a, not quite big enough. Ooh, it barely fits. Look at that. Perfect. I'm just going to glue it on there, and then I'm going to cut it off from that, and that'll be a cute little back to a journal card. Right, we'll trim it off from that. Like that. There we go. And then I think what I'll do is with this one, because I love the bee, I think I'm going to fold this in half. Like that. Will it fit in there? You might have to trim just a little bit. Just going to trim it a little bit. Then it will fit. Right? And we'll have like just this little Edith Holden snippet in our pocket, which is fun. Right, so it's like a little journaling card with a pocket. So cute. You know what? I'm going to put a sticker inside too, which I love to do. Let's see, especially with like bigger ones. So we could stick that in there like this. And then whoever gets the journal, right, will have a sticker they can put wherever they want. Let's ink the back of this. That makes a cute little back to a journaling card. Kind of blend that in there. Yay, fun. Fun. Okay, cool. So this little journaling card pocket thingy. We've got the ribbon, which was super fun and a great idea. And these little snippets. I thought a cluster is great. Clusters always work great. We can use this one. We can use this as like our base. Just a little cluster. Let's see, I have these little pieces. We can cover that Friday part. So I think that this one, I'm going to try and crisscross. So I'm going to go horizontal and then vertical, and then horizontal and then vertical. So let's see, we have a horizontal. Ooh, that's lovely. Let's put in some vertical. We can make it be a little longer than the piece. right, like that. It'll fall off the edge. I'll glue on the actual thing instead of on the paper because otherwise I will end up gluing the back, which I always do. Let's see, we have this pretty green piece. You can go horizontal. Again, I'm going to have it stick off the edge a little tiny bit. Like that. Ooh, we can use some of this. This is some of that that like sandwich wrapping paper. I get a whole stack of it on Amazon for pretty cheap. It's lasted me forever. This one I'm not going to glue down all the way down. I'm just going to glue it like this so it can be lifted up all fancy like. And let's see. Ooh, this piece is nice. I think I will decal edge that edge off. Ooh, let's put the piece with the little bit of stuff on it. Just kind of offset, offset. Very lovely. Then we can put this one on there. We'll just put it on there like that. Yes, like that. Let me trim off this part. Oh, perfect. And it can also come kind of off the edge. And we get this cool kind of see through the little peekaboo. Right, so we get some of the green, some of the Edith Holden. Right, I love that. That's great. That's fun. That's a fun piece. Got some glue on the back of my card here. Let's ink it. It's going to be really liberal with the ink. I'm just going to kind of do like that. I think that's great. There we go. We could even punch a little hole and put like a little charm in there. Like in the corner. Let's see. Where are my... Here are my charms. What do we have? This little broken heart. Giant key. Oh, I like this one. Live your dream. We'll put that one in there. Let's see. Do I have a bulb pin in here? I have other things in here. I have one of these. My bulb pins are somewhere. What did I do with them? Oh, I have bulb pins in this one. Right here. I think I have a couple in here. I do. We'll use a bulb pin. Sometimes I like to use safety pins too, just for fun. Okay, put that in there. Will this go on the... It will. On the thick part. Ta-da, live your dream. That one's fun. Or like paper folded a little bit, but that's to be expected, right? We didn't glue it down all the way. That's fine. So we have a little cluster. fun little ephemeras to put in the journal. I have this piece of text. I like to try to keep my text. Let's use that. Just going to do this. Just going to cut it out like that. Let's see, what do I have? Do I have another kind of bigger piece of something? I have this one. This came from a botanical page, I think. So I'm going to cut, I'm just going to cut this to kind of different sizes. Let's see, I have this piece too. Just kind of cut it into different sizes. You can glue it on there, kind of like that. That's fun. That is fun. Just 3 little pieces kind of offset behind it, and then we can like back it. The cool thing about these pieces that are kind of don't have a lot on them is I like to stencil on them a lot of times, and then it gives, you know, something. I like this green side. Use this green side. Let me do it like that. Right, and I'll stencil a little bit. I'll just grab this one because it's just right next to me. And I think I'll stencil it in my vintage photo. Fun. Okay. We have some stenciled pieces. They're going to be offset like this. And then I'm going to glue it on about right here. So just along like this. That's awesome. I really like that. I have these pieces. I think I'll cut some of them. They're kind of the perfect size. Or I could just rip them. These are, again, coffee dyed pieces. I think I'll come in behind here and I'll put them on the offset part like that. So I'll put one here on this like crease. I'll put this one on this crease. Like that. And I'll put this one on this kind of gap crease. And we'll put one more here at the end. That actually came out really cool. All right, I should have kind of a bigger piece of a, how would this do? No? Here, I've got this one. Nope, still not wide enough. Still a wider one. Here we go. What about this one? That's wide enough. Let's make a little altered paper clip. So, which is super easy, right? We just take this and we make a little hole in the top for our paper clip. We just need another piece. Let's see, folded. So even this would work. Oh, I have a pretty, this one will be great. This is like a nice piece of little, just a little, I don't know, linen. And we'll grab a regular paper clip and put it in there like that. And then this can get tucked under like that. Easy. And then we can glue this right on top of our, let me ink this though. And I have another piece of kind of text that came from a botanical. I think I'll use that as well. Stick that up there. Put that down. And then we can do both sides. We can have both sides covered. So we'll just glue that on there like that, which is great. I think it was kind of shaped like that. Kind of. We didn't miss a spot. I've got some glue on this part, but that's okay. Just wipe it off. Ta-da! Yay! That's great. A nice, good-sized paper clip. And then I'll do the other side too. Let's see. I have this one, but I have... Let's see. Yes, I have this side, which I want to use. This cute little quote. So, and these flowers. Right, and we can do the same thing where we kind of glue stuff in behind it. I have these pieces, which would be perfect. That pretty... Let's cut that one up like that. We'll leave this one. Ooh, and I have this one. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we'll do it like this. Then we'll glue this piece on like that. This would work great for like journaling cards too. I just thought it would be fun to put it on a altered paper clip instead. And then we can use the coffee dyed papers. These little coffee dyed papers. I have all these little strips. Oh, that one is so crooked. It's not even funny. Okay. I'm going to glue it here and this one. I'll offset these ones. Like that. Put this one. Pie like that. This one, again, I think I'll put this one low. Low, low, low. Like that. Ta-da! I love that. That's actually really cool. Forgot to ink them, but that's okay. I can take my brush and we can go around. You can just willy-nilly kind of ink it like that. That looks fine. And we can glue this one onto this one, and I might trim it up a little bit. Perhaps so that it's not so tall. How fun. Okay. And that used up quite a bit of pieces. So I'm happy with that. I could put a pretty ribbon. I have this green ribbon. And my pink, where does my pink? Ah, my pink little pokey tool thing. It's actually a, it's got the little rounded tips for scoring, but I use it to poke things through other things. Ta-da! How fun is that? I've got way too much ribbon, but that's okay. We can use the scrap ribbons in something as well. Fun stuff. So we have that gorgeous piece, which will be great in the, oh, I glued the wrong side, but that's okay. We've got this quote instead of the pink like flower or the yellow flowers with the other text. Either way, it looks good. We'll do one more thing, right? We'll make little notebooks. I'll make little notebooks out of these because I have a couple. I have this one. I had a couple. Where did they all go? They're missing. Did I use them all? Okay, well, one notebook is fine. Let's see. This piece is too long. That piece is also too long. I might just use, let's see, what do I got? I have this piece. Again, it's not really, we could cut it down. I kind of like its size though. I could just use a couple pieces. Right, it would be, just fold it in half. Hey, let's make more scraps. Why not? So I really love this Edith piece and I want to make a little notebook with it. Is really what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to cut it here. I mean, it's nothing new, just a little notebook, but hey, whatever. I say do what you want, right? Cut this piece all the way down. This is just two pieces of coffee dyed paper, fold it in half. Let's erase our mark. We can use it as a guide and get a few pieces, and then we can use this one for another notebook at some point. These ones might even fold into being the right size. They are. So that's cool. I'll put these ones, these like thinner ones in the middle. That will be fun. Let's see, will this fit? Perfectly. Perfectly. I'll just ink it. So instead of having it be a tearaway notebook, which is usually this size of notebooks, I make tearaway notebooks. It's going to be like an actual little notebook that opens like this, because that's fun. Or I suppose whatever the person who has it wants to do with it. But I'm going to like actually stitch it. In the middle. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to once a week come in and try to use up a lot of scraps for whatever journal we're working on. And sometimes we'll do new things. Sometimes we'll just make little notebooks, you know, or little paper clips or whatever. Sometimes I think we'll get even more simple and just do some stamping and some things you can just attach to like journaling pages, you know, where you don't want the whole page decorated. You just want, you know, just a little thing to put in the corner of your page. There we go. A lovely little notebook. So we have that, a lovely little notebook. This is screaming out to be used, I guess. So this is just sitting there looking at me. This is a scrap piece of ribbon I just have on my desk. I'm just going to cut it to size. Is it too thin? Actually, it's perfect. It's the perfect size for this double-sided. So I'll use this double-sided. If not, I would have just used a little bit of Fabri-Tac is fine too. But double-sided is much easier for ribbon. Because it doesn't seep through. All right, that's my problem with Fabri-Tac and ribbon. Come up. There we go. Yay! Some pretty ribbon on our notebook. So we have a cute little notebook. And yeah, I suppose we could just do some stamping real quick. I have this piece. I have this piece, which would actually work great as just like attached to a page. Just glue this whole part to a page and you can flip it open and write stuff in it. I love those. I make a lot of those. I have a bunch of just like these kind of pieces, you know. We can do the same with these. Just some little glue to the page, flip open pieces. And then we'll be done. Just stamp these real quick. With some stamps. Let's see, what do we got for stamps? I brought out those birds. I have a bunch of birds. Let's see, what kind of birds do we have? I have this one, which is very pretty. I could put it on there. I could put him. This pretty bird. Let's see, we could use the gray. Let's use the black. We'll just keep with the black. I use the gray. The gray is great for like coloring in your stamps. If you have like stamps that you want to use to like color in things. Oh, that looks great. He came out great. Let me stamp this off. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. Little teacup bird. He's too big though. Oh, this one's so cute. Oh my goodness. These cute little lovebirds. Let's do this one. And I'll open it up just in case. Just in case he bleeds out. Don't want him to bleed out. Oh, that's horrible. I meant like bleed through. Oh, so cute, right? That one would be a great one to color in if one wanted to color one in. This cute little butterfly one. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. Having fun with stamping these days. Let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, a swan. Will a swan fit on this one? Oh, barely doesn't fit. That's okay. We got a little rabbit. I've got this cute, oh my goodness. This little rabbit. Got to put the rabbit. Rabbits love gardens. And I love rabbits. I plant entire little areas for them. Little, oh my gosh, he's darling. Right, because otherwise they want to eat all your crops. And instead of, you know, being mean to them, I just plant some stuff for them. Kind of like in a border away from the other stuff I don't want them to be in. So they have easier access to the stuff I want them to eat and less easier access to the stuff I don't want them to eat. Here, let's put a flower. Let me put a flower here. Yes, he's looking up at this cute little flower. We'll put a piece of paper under it. Oh, it's even got a little butterfly on the end of it. I didn't even notice that. Oh, goodness, that's darling. Okay. One fun thing about stamps is you can always kind of make your own scenes if you have the stamps, you know. But otherwise, just any stamps, I think. Here's a pretty flower. Right, I even use just the regular you know, that has the just random stuff on them, you know, the shapes and stuff. Let's see, we have this butterfly, this other butterfly. Let's put another butterfly up here. Butterflies and birds. Yay! Cool. Butterflies and birds, a bunny. And we'll do something here. And let's see, do I have a piece of plant or some leaves? Or uh-oh. What do I have? Oh, I have a feather. I have a couple feathers. Could put a couple feathers on there, right? Like, I guess little feathers are like a feather. Put another one. How about this way? Ta-da, like that. Very cute. Just cute. Just fun little stamping on some scrap papers, right? Like this on some folded scrap papers. You could just glue these down to your journal. You know, pretty little pieces to just stick in the journal. We could ink them and stuff. Let's do a little bit of like half of the sepia, like vintage photo. They're also fun to come in and just like color. I've even just used, in this case, because it's on like a thinner coffee dyed paper, I wouldn't use a marker. I'd use like a colored pencil or even crayon. But if it's on like cardstock, like a thicker cardstock, you know, marker is fun. I've always loved using markers since I was a kid. Okay, there's my green one. I'm going to put some green on this brush. We'll put some green down here. And we'll have the green into the sepia. And that'll make it more fancy, right? Lovely. So there we go. We have played with some scraps today. And I hope you all had fun. I had a great fun. I'm always happy to go through and use up scraps if I can, because otherwise they just build up and build up and build up. And so, yeah, this can just go straight on a journal piece, on like a page, even the corner of a page, and you can open it up, have a whole little area to write. I'll probably ink the inside just around the edges, but yay, we have little stamped flip out pieces. We have a paper clip with like this pretty big paper clip. We have this little journaling card. Well, it's more of a cluster, right? We made like a cluster. These will all be great for the garden journal. Some cute little pockets or pieces to just put in the journal. Our pretty ribbon. Right, we got a lot done today. And like a journaling card with a pocket. Ta-da! All of our pieces. So I'm very happy with all of them. They've all got that green kind of sepia look. We've got leaves and bunnies and birds and butterflies and little pretty quotes and all charm. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will talk to you all later. Bye.